Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's been a minute since I put out a video, but here we are. I got one out for you. So we're gonna start by clipping off the excess nail. And this is my previous set that was in the last video. My right hand is on my Instagram, so if you haven't seen that, check it out in the description box below. So we're gonna do a normal soak off using 100% pure acetone, but before we do that, we have to foul off our top coat and the gel polish that was on there. And as you see, that's all done. And I'm just using this one. This one I think is a black owned company, black women owned company. So you know, that's what I use. And of course this Cuticle Pusher, I don't know where I got it from. So what I did was I soaked it in that cotton ball, and I used those little finger thingies that I got from Amazon, I believe. I soaked that for about 15 minutes, and after that I just scraped it off. And with Polygel, you have to actually scrape it off really fast when you take the cotton ball off, because it will harden back up. Alright, so after that, we're going to take our fine grit Makartt sanding band, and I'm going to lightly go over those natural nail beds just to make sure I get all the excess polygel off and any other kind of residue. And during the video, you will see me switching my hands. I don't know why I didn't just stick with one hand like how I would normally do in a video, but yeah. Alright, so now you will see me pushing back my cuticles, and I'm also scraping off any extra residue that I might have missed with that sanding band. Okay, so now I'm taking the Cuticle Cleaner bit from Kiara Sky. All my drills came in a set from Kiara Sky that'll be linked down below. I also got some cuticle ball cleaners from Amazon that obviously didn't come from Kiara Sky, but I used those as well. Oh, and this one too. This one came in a set with the cuticle ball bit. It came in 3 that I'll also link down below. Alright, so it turns out I didn't even use the cuticle ball drill bits. I just clipped my cuticles with my cuticle scissors that I got from Amazon. Alright, next we're going to use our Meal Secret dehydrator and primer set. And then I also use my Makartt base coat. After that, I put it on. It's pretty self-explanatory. Dehydrator first, the primer, and then the base coat, which I cured for 60 seconds, and my UV LED lamp. Then I sized out my tips and I filed the tips, as you can see right here, because once I put my base coat on, the glue doesn't really stick anymore. It gives me lots of trouble. So filing in between the tip, or actually filing your nail bed, will help the glue stick. So for some reason, when I do stiletto nails and I'm using square tips, I have lots of trouble. So I decided to shape my tips before I even glued them onto my finger. I thought that was the best way, and I'm going to continue doing it that way. So to make sure that the nails will be the same length, I really just guessed. I basically cut the number of the tips, and my thumbs. The thumb nail tips are always longer for some reason to me, so I just put them on my thumb real quick before, without any glue, and just clipped it to the size that I wanted. Once I did one, I stacked them onto each other and cut it like that. You saw that before, but yeah. And then once they're in the shape that I like, I'm gluing them on with that glue, Makartt nail glue. Alright, so now I'm going to take my Tammy Taylor peel and stick file, and I'm going to blend that nail tip into my natural nail. And I shape them up better to make sure that they fit my nail correctly. And they're like really stiletto, like they're pointy, but not too pointy, because I got a toddler, which kind of sucks, but it's okay. So I also take that sanding bed once again, and to make everything goes a little bit faster, I use that instead of my hand file to get the shine off the tip, because Polygel can't stick shiny to shiny. Doing this step also ensures that the Polygel does not separate from your nail tip, and when you're wearing them, because Polygel lasts 3 weeks, we don't want that lifting from our nail tip. Now we're getting into the Polygel application, which I was in love with. Okay, this Polygel color, I think this is the Makartt Polygel. The name is Mocha, I believe so. I will have it linked down below. It came in a set as well from Amazon. But yeah, I can't even say it. This was the perfect shade for my skin tone. So I started doing this 2 bead method that I seen Polygel Vic here on YouTube introduced me to. It's really effective with getting your nails really structured, making sure they don't break, having that good apex, but still keeping your free edge thin, like how we want it. So yeah, you guys check her out because she's awesome. So the 2 bead method is where you put 1 bead down first, and you basically place that bead where the tip meets your natural nail at, and then you bring it down to the free edge. Then you kind of like ombre that. You're not really focusing on your apex. That would be the second bead, which would be the cuticle bead. That's what I like to call it. Where you focus more on your apex, and the apex really, for me anyway, it creates on its own. That's why I also like this method, because polygel, it can be hard to get that really good apex. So yeah, try this method if you're struggling with your apex. And also, the brush that I'm using is from Amazon as well. It was very affordable, so of course I got it. Polygel Vic also introduced me to this. What is it? Presents number 8 Kolinsky brush. I think it's everything I use will be linked in the description box below. So when I say I think, just bear with me, because I be struggling. Okay. And I am showing you 3 fingers, because showing all 5 or all 10, because I do both hands, will be very repetitive. And also, I don't know why I'm showing me doing it with my non-dominant hand, but you know, I need more practice, so that's what we got here. But I do both hands. And also, I'm doing the nail design on my left hand with my dominant hand. So the application is going to be done with my left hand. The nail art is going to be done with my right hand. Also, I am making sure to cure in my lamp for 60 seconds before doing the second bead or glove. I don't really know what to call it, but bead is easier, even though it's not acrylic. Okay, so just a little bit on the reason why I like to use polygel instead of acrylic is because when I first started doing nails, which was about 2 years ago, I was pregnant. So I didn't like the smell of monomer. It made me sick, but I also wanted my nails done. Like, I'm a girly girl. I want my nails done. So I started off doing my toes first, and I really liked it. So yeah, that's why I don't like the smell of monomer. But I do want to get into acrylic. Like, there's certain shades of acrylic that you cannot get with polygel, that you have to actually mix it up and have air bubbles all in your polygel, and I don't like that. But the last time I tried to do acrylic, my natural nails got so messed up. I don't know if I had used MMA or what it was, but it was so damaging on my natural nails. And after that, I started doing polygel more, and I was like, you know, this seems really safer. But you know, it also could have been me. I'm clumsy and I'm rough with my nails sometimes. So, but I do want to try acrylic, so maybe we can try that sometime. Yeah, see how that work out. Okay, so for some reason with that, what is that? My index finger, I was having a lot of trouble trying to get that structure right. I know that I said it's easy to get the structure and the apex right using the 2 bead method, but this finger I was struggling, and so I just kept adding the polygel on there. So, but I eventually got it, and you know, it turned out cute. Okay, so we're finally going into the filing application, and I'm not going to talk as much during this process because I know I've been talking a lot. My mouth is dry, but I'm using the Tammy Taylor peeling stick file once again, and we're going over the surface. We're going to be sharpening up the shape, filing underneath like that, and we're making sure that the nails are rounded because I don't like my nails. I don't know how to explain it, where it's like it's square, but I don't know how to explain it. Just round your edges off after you shape them because that's crucial. Alright, so now we're going to be doing my cuticles. I like to use the 5-in-1 grit bits. Well, the 5-in-1, what is this, medium? Either medium or fine grit bit on my cuticles. And I am making sure to be gentle and not get that skin because, that's no joke. But yeah, I like to use this bit instead of a cuticle bit just because I feel like it helps blend in better with the rest of your polygel. Okay, so a trick with me when I do my left hand, which is my non-dominant hand, I like to, especially when using my drill, because this is making sure that I'm being really safe. I'm making sure to move my actual finger, the one that has the nail on there that I'm actually shaping up. I like to move that instead of moving the drill around the cuticle. I like to move my hand, if that makes sense. But yeah, I'm still stabilizing my pinky or my ring finger, whichever one. Okay, so now I'm going to take my Pana 180 grit file, and I'm going to use the 180 side, which means it's the finer grit side. So I'm going to do this before I actually buff my nails, because this makes sure that the nails have no scratches by the time that I put my nail art on there, which is very, 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 very crucial to nail art. So here's a TikTok hack that I've learned. You put the cuticle oil and rub it in all over your nails, and you just file that, you just buff that really, really good. And this is the best trick ever to make your nails really smooth. Yeah, so if you haven't tried it before, make sure you do it. Okay, so here we go. Both nails, both hands are done. And I'm taking my lint-free wipe with some alcohol on there. And do you guys see how perfect this nude is on my skin? I love it. Definitely my new favorite. I'm taking my Poochie's Nails matte top coat, which is very, very crucial to also nail art. It makes the gel polish go on there really, really seamlessly, no streaks or whatever. And my toddler is waking up, and I am making sure to cure my lamp for 60 seconds. Okay, this is a lot of gel polish, but most of it came from one collection that I've always been using in most of my videos. I do take this Rhea gel polish, and she's on Instagram. And I mixed that with one of the reds that was in the collection because I wanted it more redder, if that makes sense. I just mixed that in, and then I'm pouring out the rest of them. I think I do a little bit more mixing to make that yellow more pop. I used the neon the neon yellow and that pastel yellow, which gave me that true smiley face yellow that I was looking for. Also, on my right hand, you see that gold chrome drip thing that I was trying to do. I didn't like it, so I ended up taking that off, and I did some rose gold chrome Frenchies that I did on my TikTok. You can also check me out, link down below. Okay, so finally getting into the nail art. I'm going to be doing this set mostly like this from nails by _Mike on Instagram. We're first going to start off with the smiley faces. I don't think I did 4 of them. I wish I would have did smaller ones, but more of them, if that makes sense. Yeah, I still like how it came out, but, or maybe like in a design, like how he had his. I don't know, it was just off when I kept looking at it after a couple days. It still turned out cute though. I really liked it. Yeah, just I would have did something different, a little different, then I would have been more happy with it. I be OCD sometimes, and it gets in the way. Okay, so after curing that gel polish for 60 seconds, and I do believe I did a second coat because that was a lighter color, we're on down to, oh Lord. All right, I'm back. So we're doing the cherry. The cherry, I wish that I would have done something differently. The leaf, for an example, I did forget to do the drips under the cherries, like how Nails by Mike did. Yeah, it was kind of disappointing when I realized. Yeah, I was really upset that I forgot to do that. The leaf, on the other hand, after looking at it more, I didn't like it like at all, to be honest. Just because it didn't really look like a leaf. Like, I don't know why I drew it like that. But I don't really do nail art too much. I'm still a beginner, so trial and error. This is my first time doing something like this, so. But yeah, it's okay. It came out cute. And now the mushrooms. The mushrooms weren't too bad, but the stems I did redo that I didn't show on camera. Right here you see me doing them thicker. Thicker at the top and like thinner on the bottom, which is odd, but that's how I did them to begin with. And then I looked at the picture and I noticed how they were thinner at the top and thicker at the bottom, which makes sense. But yeah, so when I said that I redid them, I did stuff over and over. This is what I did over and over. So once I show you when I have redid them, at that point I have redid them. I did insert a picture of Dr. Slay Nails. She do really good nails on Instagram. I think that's how you say her at. But yeah, that's where I had looked to see what I was trying to do, and she really came in handy. Yeah, and I circled what I meant when I said thin at the top and bigger at the bottom. And of course, I cured in my lamp for 60 seconds, and then I also did a second coat. Alright, so doing the mushroom cap, if that's what you want to call it, I feel like this is more visual, but I didn't really put in visually how I did it. So I did, if I can get into the camera view, I did the first color, which would be the darker color. I put that on top, which is the red. I'm still not in the camera view. Okay. Yeah, so I did the red into this mushroom looking figure, and I did that. I cured for 60 seconds again, and then I put the lighter color, which is the orange, and I cured again. So I repeat this, and for the second mushroom, curing for 60 seconds in between colors. All right, so here's what everything is looking like so far. I am saving everything that I do in black for last, just because I was using like one brush and black is kind of hard to get out. So I am starting on my pinky now. I do a little swiggle design that I do kind of feel like was not in the same kind of, I don't know, same kind of, you know what I'm talking about. It's not the same kind of vibe as the rest of the nails, but I do like how it came out. And this pinky nail is slightly crooked. But yeah, after I do these swiggles, I do put a star and some dots on there, which I think came out perfect, which is kind of hard. Them stars look so innocent and easy to do, but they're really, really difficult. So my trick is use your dotting tool, put the dot as the center, and use the polish that's from the dot, and then just flick your brush, flick it. Don't try to drag it, because you're gonna mess up. Flick it, and then that's how you get it perfectly. See how perfect that is? Okay, so now we're gonna do the thumb, which is also a little bit crooked. You know, I said it before, I'm a beginner, so my shaping is kind of wonky because my fingers are crooked. So at first I thought that this was supposed to be a planet, but then when I looked more at the pictures, it's really supposed to be a UFO, and I never ever knew that. So at first I did a planet, but then off camera I do a UFO, which I just really connected the empty spaces and pointed the ends of the wings, the space wings. I don't know. Okay, so once again I am curing in between each color. And after this, I'm curing for 60 seconds, by the way. And after this, I will start doing my actual planet / UFO. Alright, so now we're gonna start up with my planet rings. I think that's what they're called. So yeah, I was doing this like I thought I knew what I was doing, but little did I know, Dr. Slaynell, she came through once again, telling me that it was a UFO. So, and then the pictures are supposed to come up shortly so that I can show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so I did add the moon and star there as well. I'm sorry I couldn't fit all of this in my phone. My storage was acting so shady towards me, and I don't know why. But now I'm doing my outlining with the black, and as you can see, this is where I'm showing you that I changed the mushroom, where it's skinny at the top and big at the bottom. I eventually added those little stem lines for a little shaboom shabam. And then that was the last picture of me showing you that it was a UFO instead of a planet. So now it's changed. Yeah, I also didn't put in that last black line underneath the orange, on the other side of the orange. Yeah, which I was also upset about, just like my cherries. I wanted to do it all over again, but no, I'm not. Okay, as you see, I skipped over that smiley face nail because I knew that it was going to be the hardest one, and it definitely was. And now I'm doing my disappointing cherries. Well, disappointing stem, because that was really the problem. It looked more like the Graham Reacher's little blade. But yeah. But nah, I just be laughing at myself. I am very proud of this set, so I did still want to put it out just so you guys can see how I made my mistakes and how I can resolve those for next time. So I'm gonna let this video finish playing up, and also once again I forgot to do something else / my phone wouldn't let me. I didn't film my top coat, but I do put in the video of my actual ending result, which came out really cute. Yeah, which is also on my Instagram, so make sure you follow that too. Follow my TikTok and my Instagram. Alright, so I did not film my top coat like I said a little bit earlier. This will be the final look after this smiley face. Boom, here we are. Yeah, thank you for watching this video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Follow my social medias, that'll be linked down below. Everything else that I used in the video will also be linked down below. And you know, I enjoyed doing this video for you guys. I'm very proud of it. I give myself an 8 out of 10. And thank you for watching. Bye.